without rim shot. With rim shot. Rim shots, when you're hitting the head and the rim at the same time. Really loud, super loud.
A lot of drummers are under the impression that most of the sound comes from the head, and a lot of it does come from the head, but a lot of it comes from the shell. And when you do a rim shot, you are feeding that force from the stick directly into the shell, and it provides a much sharper attack and a much louder. Rim shot is crucial to master. It really is, with both hands and on other drums. I mean, you can do rim shot on the small tom. That's a nice sharp attack, a different kind of sound. Used a lot in Latin styles and so on.
The techniques are infinite. There are a lot of people who, I know a lot of drummers who have their throne height and their snare height and angle set up so that they're brushing against their leg, because it's really, rim shots are an all or nothing affair. If you miss a rim shot, it's ugly. That's what you get when you miss a rim shot. And you can play into it, that is pressing. Gives a drier sound. I used to do that a lot. And some drummers, you'll see on a backbeat, they exclusively play into it and they do a hard rim shot. Takes a little bit of volume away. If you let it rebound, you'll get more volume and a cleaner sound. And practicing rim shots is not easy, because you're making a lot of noise. I mean, rim shots are horrendously loud. I've gotten 115 decibels out of this thing. And I've lived in an apartment. I've lived in tight neighborhoods. And you can kind of simulate a rim shot with a pad. And you can, when you hit it just right, when you hit it flat, it will kind of feel like a rim shot. And so that's a reasonable substitute. If you do have the luxury of practicing rim shots on an actual drum, I urge you to wear hearing protection, because it will wreck your hearing. It's akin to a gunshot, which is the whole point, really. Another substitute would be one of those Remo practice pads that has a rim, and they are tunable. But those are also quite loud, and you could very easily have neighbors who are going to protest bitterly about that. So you can try it. You can, and remember that this will change the angle, because you're not hitting a rim. I suppose you could cobble some kind of rim. It's going to take an awful beating. I just get it so it slaps the pad absolutely flat, and you can hear the difference. That's a good simulation of a rim shot, but like I said, that's not going to be the same angle. So if you're doing it on a drum, the drum you'll be playing, you're not going to get a rim shot. You have to adjust your angle slightly. And regardless of stick size or manufacturer, a proper rim shot, you should feel almost no vibration in the stick. It's like hitting a home run in baseball. You don't feel it. Maximum volume, tip of the stick in the center of the drum. That's usually going to give you maximum volume. And then you can experiment with different sounds. You know, Ringo would do rim shots sometimes way out here. In the town where I was born. You know, he's doing that. So you can move that around, but if you don't do rim shots, there's nothing wrong with that. You can still get plenty of volume, um, but learning rim shot is so important. And it's like for jazz, when you're doing, if you're accenting with the brass section, with the horns, um, really, really important to be able to do rim shots. Rim shots are a vital part of really any style of music. Um, Spend time on them. Get creative with simulating them in a quiet way, or if you can do it someplace where you can make all the noise you want, wear hearing protection.